I think what makes Mall of America unique is that it's a destination. It's not a mall. Sure, we have 500 stores. We have great places to eat, fast casual, fine dining. There's attractions, right? Sea Life and Nickelodeon and so many things to do. But really what makes this place unique is that it is a landmark and a destination.
I come once a year with my grandparents, and I like doing the SpongeBob ride, and I like going to the Lego store.
It's a gathering place, not only for the Twin Cities, but for the entire United States of America. It's something we should be proud of.
But most importantly, what makes Mall of America unique is this is a place where memories are made and friendships are made.
I remember coming here for prom and I loved it. It was really fun. They let you ride the rides until they close, and it's just a really good time. So
I remember my first time I went through Sea Life. That was just really cool to be able to pet the sharks and see all the animals just right there so up close. It was just one of those memories from being a little kid that you just remember super clearly.
When I was a kid, I used to go to the free movies on Saturdays with my mom. That was pretty fun.
Definitely the rides when I was a kid. I would always go in there with my old cousins. Great times there. Lego World I always went to.
Yeah,
I love building those things.
Yeah. My dad was a self-employed electrician, and when the mall was being built, he worked on 2 or 3 stores as the mall literally was coming up out of the ground. My wife worked at Knott's Camp Snoopy, and she was the entertainment director here. And so we spent a lot of hours here at the mall and have a lot of great memories, especially with our kids when they were very young. And the connection with Charlie Brown and the Peanuts gang and Snoopy in particular is very strong with our entire family.
The memory I keep coming back to is right after the mall opened. I had planned a trip out west with my family, and we were going to northern Wyoming on the interstates through South Dakota. Every place we would stop for snack or a lunch, there would be a number of buses there. And the buses would all have a sign on them that said Mall of America, and it was people from out west headed on tours to see this brand new Mall of America. And that was the point at which I knew without question this was going to be successful.
Since the day it opened, in fact, since the day before it opened, Mall of America has been the site of some amazing large events, right? The night before it opened, they had this big charity event where Ray Charles was the headline entertainer along with a lot of other people. In some of our early years, we did this big rock concert out in the parking lot called Jam Against Hunger, where we had the Beach Boys and John Stamos and Ringo Starr and all these big performances. In our rotunda, we've had so many events and so many celebrities, everyone from the Jonas Brothers and Zac Efron to Grumpy Cat. I mean, anyone comes here to have a performance, a signing, an event. Some of my favorite ones, though, when we built the world's largest gingerbread house. It was 14,500 pounds of gingerbread, 4,500 pounds of frosting, 2 tons of candy. 350,000 people actually went through the gingerbread house. You could go through. There were animated elves inside. We had free bikes for kids here. Throughout a couple of months, we refurbished 5,250 bikes for kids in need. But then one day, they all came and picked up their bikes and their bike helmets, and they got safety lessons on how to ride a bike. That was amazing. What a way to impact lives. But we've had big events here. Most recently, the 50-year celebration of Title IX, the Women's Final Four. But in 2018, when Super Bowl 52 was here, this was a hub of activity. And the week of Super Bowl 52, we had 1.5 million guests come inside this building. It was pandemonium and mayhem and awesome all at the same time. This is a place for love. That's all I'm saying. 10,000 weddings have taken place at Mall of America. You know, a lot of them in our Chapel of Love, but also we've had big weddings in our rotunda. We've had couples get married on the Pepsi Orange Streak, where the brides are all on the right side, the groom's on the left side. The family was up on the loading platform with the Justice of the Peace, who talked about the ups and downs of married life together, and bam, they get married and off they go. We've had couples get married on the Ferris wheel. We've had couples get married in the Shark Tank, at Sea Life Aquarium. There's been so many opportunities to make those connections. And I think one thing that makes Mall of America special is that it's in a community of Bloomington, of Minneapolis, St. Paul, the greater metropolitan area. And we do this so well here. we all group together to say, let's make this amazing. So being part of that holistic community with Bloomington as the hub, it's an awesome place to be.